I'm no stranger to luxury brands, and though a lot of people faint at the sight of their price tags, I firmly believe that most luxury brands are worth it. There's nothing better than walking through a closet of well-tailored suits that'll last you for life. However, not all luxury brands are created equal, and some have price tags that even make me think twice. I mean, there are belts that sell for $250,000 and teddy bears that sell for $2 million. Today, we're going to take a look at the most expensive luxury apparel brands in the world, and you can judge by yourself if they're worth the price. Number 4. Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is a name you certainly know by now. Founded in 1854, they've been a fashion staple, selling everything from luggage to fragrances to fur coats, and all of them are lovingly made in France, where it all began. That name recognition, quality, and history has served Louis Vuitton extremely well. In 2019, it was the most valuable luxury clothing brand in the world, valued at an awe-inspiring $47.2 billion. So, what kind of items can you expect from Louis Vuitton? Well, the cheapest item on their site rings in at only $95. However, don't expect to get a pair of shoes or a shirt for that small bit of change. The $95 item is none other than this. A bit of an expensive stocking stuffer, if you ask me. However, if you're looking for more hair accessories, you can always snag these two hairpins for $245. On the other end of the spectrum, Louis Vuitton does offer a bit more than just keeping your hair out of your face. But of course, that comes at a price. The most expensive Louis Vuitton bag ever sold was this heap of trash. No, really. This purse is called the Urban Satchel, and it was made to resemble trash on the sidewalk. Only 24 were made back in 2008, and I've got to say, it matches the fashion standards of 2008 quite well. The purse was sold for an outstanding $150,000 a pop. Of course, there are some other items of Louis Vuitton that go for even higher. A luxury cricket trunk was commissioned by cricketer Michael Clarke for $170,000. Made of the finest leather, the trunk had room for a chessboard and his cricket equipment. The most expensive Louis Vuitton item of all time, however, doesn't belong to any accessory or clothing item. That distinction belongs to this bear, a one-of-a-kind collaboration between renowned toymaker Steiff and Louis Vuitton. This bear's eyes are made of diamonds and sapphires, and its coat is embossed with real gold. And I thought my closet was fancy. The bear sold for a whopping $2.1 million to a South Korean billionaire who put it on display in a museum. Number 3. Richard Mille. We can't talk about luxury apparel without talking about watches. And I know what you're probably thinking. Obviously, we're going to have a chat about Rolex. However, we're talking about the most expensive luxury brands, and Rolex just doesn't make the cut. Richard Mille, on the other hand, does. It's not as instantly recognizable as Rolex, and it doesn't have quite as much history, but Richard Mille started in 2001 and came onto the scene rather strong. The reason Richard Mille is more expensive than Rolex is its starting price. The cheapest watch you can purchase from Richard Mille is going to cost you $50,000. Even used watches can run you $30,000 to $40,000. But how can a watch cost so much? For starters, the cases of the watches are made from white gold, red gold, or titanium, and it consists of 3 different decks. Each layer is curved, meaning they have to fit together within 1/100th of a millimeter in order to keep dust and water at bay. The baseplate and case materials and mechanisms used are the same in aerospace, Formula One cars, and even in yachts, which really drives the price of the watches up. The most expensive watch made by Richard Mille cost an incredible $2 million. The RM5602 Sapphire is a beauty, milled from the blocks of sapphire, as the name would imply. Each case takes 40 days to craft, being worked on 24/7 by machines. If that wasn't enough, 400 additional hours are needed just to finish the watch. Number 2. House of Bijan. I'm rather excited to talk about the runner-up on our list of the most expensive luxury brands. House of Bijan is a name whispered between the wealthy men of the world, and every powerful man on earth, from Barack Obama to Hugh Hefner, has bought a suit there. Its store on Rodeo has the distinction of being ranked as the most expensive store in the world. Visiting is by appointment only, and only one person is allowed in this store at a time. The suits, fragrances, leather jackets, and watches in House of Bijan are custom-made in Turin, Italy, from the finest materials. The cheapest item at the store is a t-shirt that sells for a measly $1,000. If you're looking at the most expensive, well, you better buckle up. Some of the leather jackets sold at House of Bijan come from exotic animal skins, like blue lizard, and can sell for as much as $500,000. Number 1. Gucci. The most expensive luxury apparel brand in the world should come as no surprise. Every 20-something YouTuber likes to flaunt that they wear it, although I must say, I'm much more of a Bijan guy myself. And that so-called brand is Gucci. Founded in 1921, Gucci has been a staple in luxury fashion for years. There's a reason the kids are now saying it's all Gucci. The $250,000 belt I mentioned earlier is the most expensive item ever sold by Gucci. 30-carat diamonds are in each buckle, and the belt itself is made of the finest leather. However, not everything sold by Gucci screams luxury quite as loud as the belt. Gucci has the distinction of being one of the first brands to truly combine street fashion and luxury, and they've continued to do it to this day. Though even their street fashion will cost you a pretty penny. Take, for example, this Gucci Sexiness sweatshirt. Though it looks like something you could pick up from a gag store or a thrift store, this sweatshirt alone sells for $1,100. If you're looking to kick it up a notch, their tracksuits will run you around $5,000 a pop. If you don't have $5,000 to toss around, don't worry. You can buy their cheapest item, a single pair of socks, for just under $100. So, there you have it, the most expensive designer brands in the world. Which one of these is your favorite? And which one should I go do a shopping spree at later? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching,